Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga for the Female Cycle. Today's class will be focused on the luteal phase. The luteal phase comes in between ovulation and menstruation and tends to be the longest phase of the cycle. And usually the first half of the luteal phase can be thought of as an extended ovulatory phase. So you have energy, you're getting things done, you want to socialize, be out in the world, sharing your gifts. And as the second half of the luteal phase starts to come in, you might have the inclination to go inwards, to be with yourself a little more. And the idea of the luteal phase can be thought of as the time to finish things up, to work, to really focus on completing your tasks, on whatever ideas and inspirations you had at the beginning of your cycle, which would come after your last period, are now being completed so that when your period comes at the end of the luteal phase, you can reflect, rejuvenate, rest. The luteal phase can be thought of as the autumn of the body. So we go inwards, there's a lot of transition happening, so you might go from feeling really energetic to a little more low energy. And the beauty of understanding the cycle and working with the cycle is that we don't see any of those as bad, but we use all the qualities of each cycle to our advantage. So this class will be kind of geared towards in between that luteal phase. So we'll have some movement, but it won't be fully restorative. And we'll do some breath work and things to tune into yourself, listen to your inner voice, have that relationship with yourself, cozy up, so that no matter what season you're in outside, you can understand that this autumn of the body is your time for you to take care of yourself, to go inwards, to really feel yourself. So we're going to start off in a comfortable seated position. You can just cross your legs and then just walk your right sit bone back and your left sit bone back. So you're really high up on your sit bones. You have that gentle curve in your back and an easy soft body. And we're going to start with Nadi Shodhana, also known as an alternate nostril breathing. And this helps to balance out the two hemispheres of the brain and also the two energetic hemispheres of the body that we can't see but that are really felt, which is the Ida and the Pingala, or the feminine and the masculine, that we all have, whether you're a man or a woman. So the left side is feminine, the right side is masculine, and as we do this alternate nostril breathing, which I'll walk you through, you'll feel the balancing out of those two sides. So we'll do that breath work, we'll meditate for a bit, we'll move for a bit. And we'll start off by bringing our left hand into Chin Mudra, so your pointer finger will touch right at the center of your thumb, and the three fingers will just rest like this in an OK type of symbol, and that's your left hand, and it'll rest on your left knee. And then your right hand, you'll take the peace fingers and either place them on your third eye, that point in between your two eyebrows. If you're a beginner, this is a nice place to start. Or you can tuck those peace fingers into your hands. So then your pinky finger, your ring finger, and your thumb are free. We'll just start right away. Take a few breaths in and out through both nostrils. And then you'll close the right nostril with the right thumb and inhale in through the left. Close both nostrils. Exhale out through the right nostril. Open up that right thumb. Inhale in through the right nostril. Close both nostrils. Hold your breath. Exhale out through the left. From here, we'll start to bring some counts and some rhythm into it. So inhale in through your left nostril for 4 counts. Hold on the inhale for 4 counts. Exhale out the right for 4 counts. Inhale through the right. Hold for 4. Relax your right elbow, exhale out through your left nostril. Close your eyes and just ease into it. Inhale through the left. Hold both. Your body will find the rhythm. Exhale out through your right. Inhale in through your right. Hold both. Exhale out through your left. We'll keep going for a few more rounds. Feel the breath nourishing your body. Inhale in through the left. Hold for both. Exhale out through the right. Inhale in through the right. Hold both. Exhale out through the left. We'll do one more round. Inhale in through the left. Hold both. Exhale out through the right. Inhale in through the right. Hold both. Exhale out through the left. Relax your right hand on your knee in chin mudra. Inhale in through both nostrils. And exhale out through both nostrils, and just rest your inner gaze on your third eye, the point between your two eyebrows, and just breathe here for a few moments. Nice. And then you can keep your eyes closed or flutter them open and place your palms down on your thighs or on your knees. We're just going to start to make some circles. So you can start by just circling the head. And eventually when you're ready, starting to make circles with your pelvis as well, with your chest, with your shoulders, with your rib cage. We're just going to do this for a bit. Getting any of those kinks and that tightness out, which can start to settle in during the luteal phase, and that's okay. Just acknowledging and appreciating your body however it is in this moment. And making circles the other direction. Imagining that in your pelvis you have a giant bowl of water. That as you start to stir up the outer container of your body, you start to stir up all those waters. And so we know that when water moves, it changes the wind patterns, the breath patterns. So let your breath move. If you need to exhale out through your mouth, you can. Good, and then inhale, tilt your tailbone back. Arch your chest forward, lift your throat and your vision up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, curve your spine. And then when you're ready, make your way onto all fours, hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Plug the tops of the feet into the mat. Engage your lower belly, breathe here. When you're ready, inhale. Drop your belly, spread your chest, lift your vision up. Inhale, arching the spine. Exhale, curve the spine. Inhale, arching. Exhale, curving. One more time. Inhale, open up your heart past your collarbones, spread your sit bones apart. You can even bend your elbows slightly, and as you exhale, plug the hands and the tops of the feet into the mat and press away to curve all the way down into your low back. And then find your neutral tabletop spine, and right away, inhale, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, weave your right fingertips underneath your left arm here. We're going to do this 2 more times and then we'll rest the arm down. Inhale, open up the hand, follow the hand with the gaze. Exhale, weave. Last time, inhale, open up the arm, open up the right lung, the right side of the heart, and then exhale, weave until you can place your right shoulder down, your right ear down, the back of the hand on the mat, and then you can crawl your left fingertips forward, make sure your knees are underneath your hips. Square the sit bones off and then just rest here. Opening up some space in the low back, stretching the right shoulder,
twisting. Just breathe. And just like we do in the fall, we start to connect back to the earth, grounding ourselves, especially in that luteal phase when you might be getting things done. It can get a little bit heady, all that work brain. So it's good to come back to some really grounded, earthy movements. Press your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Inhale, open up that right hand. And exhale, place the right hand down. Tuck your left toes behind you. Extend the left leg. And then dial the left pinky toe onto the mat. Turn your right shin back. And open up your left hand for a variation of side plank, Vashisthasana. Extend your left fingertips forward. Rotate through the front of that left hip. Big yawn through the left side body, and then exhale. Bring both knees back down. Open that left arm up towards the ceiling, and then weave it underneath the right armpit. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, weave it underneath your right armpit. Inhale, reach it up. Last time, this time, rest your left shoulder on the floor, the back of the left hand on the floor, the left ear on the floor. Maybe crawl your right fingertips forward. Knees underneath the hips and square the sit bones off. Stay and breathe. Let your breath shift and change as necessary. And then plug your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Inhale, lift that left hand up. Exhale, place the left hand underneath your left shoulder. Tuck your back toes behind you of the right foot. Dial your right pinky toe onto the mat. Rotate the left shin back. Rotate everything up and open towards the ceiling, coming into Vashisthasana variation. And then extend your fingertips over. And it should feel like a nice yawning and twisting through that whole right side body. Plug your right hip forward. And exhale, both hands down. Tuck your toes under. Come into a downward facing dog. And just shake the head yes, shake the head no. Stretch your jaw. Bend one knee and the other. Yawn it out. And then on an inhale, drop your knees. Keep your toes tucked. Arch your back. And as you exhale, keep the toes tucked. Float the hips high. Downward facing dog. And then when you get to the pit of your exhale, try to hold on empty. And the next time you have to inhale, drop your knees, arch your back. As you exhale, you float up towards a downward facing dog, and then hold your exhale out. Hold empty as long as you can and try to expand into that emptiness in your down dog. And when you have to inhale, drop your knees, arch your back. We're going to take that 3 more times at your own pace. Don't panic when you're holding the breath. Just try to expand into the emptiness. Close your eyes. See what comes up. Inhaling, arching. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold your breath once you exhale completely. One more time. Inhale, arch. Exhale, float back into downward facing dog, and then take a walk all the way towards the front of your mat till you're in a forward fold. You can measure out hips width distance by placing two fists in between the arches of your feet. And then you'll bend your knees into your armpits, interlace your hands behind your back, and then really, 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 really bend until you can just hang out here. Let the crown of the head pour down towards the mat. And then bend your left knee really deeply, straighten your right knee until your left shoulder and your left knee kiss and you look over that right shoulder. Rebend both knees, bend deeply, deeply into your right knee until it touches your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder, straighten that left knee and twist. Exhale, uninterlace your hands. Take a little half lift on an inhale, fingertips on the floor or pressing into the thighs. And then we're going to take a little funky movement. So you're going to bend your knees and you'll extend your right fingertips up towards the ceiling, kind of like you did with your hands interlaced. Bend your left knee deeply and straighten your right knee. And then you'll let your head hang and imagine that someone's pulling you up by your right fingertips, letting that whole left side body hang until you come all the way up to standing. Your right hand is up in the air. Once you get there, your right hand is going to come onto the opposite ear, your left ear, and you're going to bend your right knee and start to pour everything down towards the right side of your body. As you do this, your left hand is going to extend back up in the air, and you're going to pull everything and try to really feel that someone's pulling you up by your left fingertips and everything else can just hang. Once you come up to standing, left hand comes onto right ear, bend deeply into that left side body and let everything pour over towards the left. Right knee is straight until you come all the way back to your forward fold, bend both knees. We'll take that cycle one more time. Bend deeply into your left knee, straighten your right knee, extend your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Pull yourself all the way up to standing. And then a right hand comes onto left ear. Bend into that whole right side body and pull everything down towards the towards the mat. Once you get there, keep that right knee bend. Extend the left fingertips up. Pull yourself up. Let the right side hang heavy. Left hand comes onto right ear. Bend into that whole left side body. Pull yourself all the way down. Keep your breath moving and then bend both knees deeply once you get back towards your forward fold. You can exhale out through your mouth. You can massage your lower back with your hands. And then toe heel your feet wide to the edges of the mat. Turn the toes out and the heels in and lower down into your Malasana squat. So in your Malasana squat, you want your weight on your pinky toes. You want to lift up in the arches of the feet. And you can use your elbows to press your knees open so that you're not rolling in on yourself and caving in your chest as well. So lift your sternum up with your thumbs. Press the knees open with your elbows and then relax the fronts of the ankles. Relax the grip in the soles of the feet. Just close your eyes and breathe here. Imagine that you can ungrip in the sacrum, in that whole root area. No fear. And gently press your hands down, lift your sit bones up, turn all 10 toes to face forward. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, step your feet back into an upper push-up plank. Pause here, shoulders over wrists, heels over toes, sternum forward, vision forward. Inhale, press the mat away. And exhale, lower yourself down, elbows graze the ribs. Once you get there, roll your shoulders back. Lift your sternum into a low cobra. Plug the tops of your feet into the mat. Inhale. And exhale, slide yourself back into a child's pose. And you can exhale out through the mouth when you get there. You can rock from side to side. Keep some movement in it if you'd like. Inhale, tuck the toes under, send the hips high, heels low, downward facing dog. And the right way, sweep your right leg up and back and open it up. Keep the shoulders square as you circle the right knee, circle the right ankle, circle the right hip. And then inhale, sweep the right leg up as high as you can. Exhale, try to get your right knee into your right armpit and then step the foot down. Come onto the outer edge of your left knee and your left pinky toe. And then right away, use your right hand to push that right knee open and look over the right shoulder. And then come up to center. Keep your right hand above the right knee. Lift up in the pubis, engage your inner thighs a bit, and then reach your left hand up and over towards the right, stretching through the left psoas. You should feel it in front of your left hip, through that whole left side body. You can look up. And exhale, left hand down, right hand down on either side of the right foot. Bend into your back knee, straighten your front foot. Inhale, lengthen from tailbone to crown of the head. Exhale, fold your forehead towards your right shin. And then you can turn the foot out and up, out and up. Keep plugging the back toes into the mat. And then re-bend into your front knee. Tuck the back toes under, lift the left knee up, plug the left hand underneath the left shoulder, and reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling for a twist. And then plug all the tips of the fingers into the mat. Walk your back foot in a bit until your left foot is at a 45-degree angle and the entire left outer edge of the foot is on the mat. And then your right knee is straight, sit bones are square. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold your forehead towards your shin. Rebend into that front knee, walk your back foot back, rise up into warrior one, and then interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your sternum, square your hips. Big breath in, and as you exhale, right shoulder inside the right knee for humble warrior. Beautiful pose for the luteal phase. Just breathe. Enjoy whatever comes up. Venture to acknowledge all aspects of yourself. Slowly lift back up. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And then open it all up, warrior two. Take a breath here, take up space. And then straighten your right knee, turn your right toes forward. Bring your hands on your hips, press your pelvis forward, lift your sternum, lift your chin, lift your chest. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward into your triangle. And just stay here. You can interlace your hands behind your neck. You can bend one knee and the other, whatever works. The person most equipped to take care of yourself is you. So just notice what your body's asking for, what your soul is yearning for. And slowly turn the torso back towards the right foot, bend the right knee, step the right foot back, and then you can chaturanga, you can knees, chest, chin, you can transition however you want. We'll meet back up in a downward facing dog. If you have a traditional type of flow you'd like to transition through, go ahead. And then once you're in your downward facing dog, inhale, sweep your left leg up and back, and then get your left knee into your left armpit. Step that left foot forward, come onto the outer edge of your right knee and your right pinky toe, and press that left knee open in your low lunge. You know, when we start to feel a little bit heavier, or maybe, you know, some darkness settles in the depths of us, we feel, you know, darker, heavier things come up, it's okay. This is a part of us. You can't have the light without the dark, and we tend to idealize the light parts, but every part of us is vital and gorgeous. Press the top of your left knee away, reach your right hand up and then over towards the left, but keep lifting up and off of your lower body by engaging your inner thighs and your lower belly, and really extending the hand and the vision up towards the sky. Exhale, both hands on either side of the left foot, bend into the back knee, straighten the left knee. Inhale, find your length. And as you exhale, fold your forehead towards your left shin. You can turn that front leg out and up just to
Feel that rotation in the hip and maybe create a little bit more mobility. Unclench your jaw and your shoulders. And then rebend into that left knee. Plug the right hand underneath the right shoulder. Tuck the right toes under. Lift the right knee up and then lift your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then from here, plug your fingertips onto the floor. Walk your back foot in until that right outer edge of the foot is on the floor. Sit bone square, left knee straight. Inhale, find your length. Exhale, fold your forehead towards your left shin. Stay here and breathe. And sometimes these are the moments when stuff comes up, when we just don't want to stay and breathe. We want to find every excuse to distract ourselves. Just be here. It's not so scary once we look at it with a little perspective. It doesn't have as much power over you. Bend into your left knee, walk your back foot back, rise up into warrior one. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift your sternum, press your right hip forward, slide your left hip back, inhale. And as you exhale, left shoulder inside the left knee. Humble warrior, stay and breathe, close your eyes, relax back of your neck. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. I'll flip to face you. Take up space here. And then turn all 10 toes to face forward again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward. And then right away, turn the left toes out. Turn the right toes up towards the ceiling and bend deeply into your left knee. Kind of a ninja lunge. I'm not sure what this is called in Sanskrit, I'm sorry. You could twist here. If this is too deep, just stay as low as you can without gripping in that left groin. Opening up the hips, which maybe can get a little tight and crunchy during the luteal menstrual phase, and that's okay. We just give them some love. And then crawl over using your hands or maybe no hands over to the right. Extend the right fingertips, reach the left hand up. And then walk yourself to center, coming into a little goddess squat. And just use your elbows to press your knees open. Just try to sink your hips and release your lower back. If you can't get your elbows, use your hands. Maybe take these twists, which you can also see in the menstrual phase video. We do this. And those videos are always available to you. There's now a video for every phase. And then come up through center. Step your feet together towards the front of your mat. Interlace your hands at your lower back. Lift your sternum. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Hug the backs of your legs. Bend your knees. If you feel a little more flexible, you can step your heels onto your toes. And forearms hug the backs of the calves. But really bend your knees so you open up your lower back. And so you make contact with your upper body and lower body. Then you can release your worries. You can literally release the head. Take a little half lift, inhale. Exhale, step, hop, jump, float back, whatever you need to transition back into your downward facing dog. Once you get there, lower your knees on the floor, lower your forearms onto the floor, spreading the fingertips apart, and then tuck your toes under, coming into a dolphin pose, opening up the shoulders on the upper back. Make some space in between the shoulders and the ears. And just breathe here. Start to walk your feet back, stay on your forearms, come into a forearm plank, and just dip right and left. Engage your lower belly, look forward slightly. Don't let the shoulders cloud the ears. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the pubis, plug the tops of the feet into the mat, come onto the outer edges of your knees,
So you open up your lower back and then roll the shoulders back, coming into a Sphinx Pose. Close your eyes and just feel your heart shining forward here. Engage your lower belly and the upper back muscles so that you don't dump into the lower back, but really feel your heart shining and your upper back opening. And then gently lower down, forehead onto the backs of the hands. Bend your knees, windshield wiper, left and right, left and right. And then plug the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Cactus your right arm out at a 90-degree angle. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and over towards the left. Place your right ear on the floor. And then bend your left knee and take it up and over behind the right thigh. And then press your hips up and forward towards the left. So you should feel a nice twist in the low back, a stretch in the right shoulder. Try to get that left sole of the foot on the floor. And also stretch through the front of the left hip. Good, come back to center. Windshield wiper your shins left and right. And then plug your right hand underneath your right shoulders, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and over towards the right. Cactus your left arm at a 90-degree angle. Place your left ear on the floor and then bend your right knee and send it up and over behind your left thigh. Lift your hips up and over towards the right edge of your mat. And then you should feel that twisting in the lower vertebrae, the stretch through the front of the right hip, stretch through the left shoulder, relax your chin, relax your jaw. Let your breath move, let your thoughts move, let your feelings move. Connect to the earth, feel her like a warm mother hugging you. And slowly come back to center, windshield wiper your knees left and right. And then press yourself back, child's pose. You can exhale out through the mouth when you get there. You can even take your hands on your lower back and give yourself a nice little massage. And slowly rolling up. We'll move into a camel pose. So press yourself up onto your knees. Imagine that you're squeezing an imaginary block between your thighs. Press the pubis forward, plug the tops of the feet onto the mat, and then the fingertips will point up on your lower back. Open up the sternum, point your elbows closer together, lift the throat, lift the vision, and then look up and start to lift back. Opening up the shoulders and the sternum. If you want to go for the full camel's pose, you grab your heels, but keep pressing up without dumping in the lower back, lifting the heart. And exhale, come up. And right away, just sit your hips down, close your eyes, try not to fix your clothes or your hair, just breathe. And drop your consciousness from your head down towards your heart. Just breathe into your heart space. And then roll over onto one side, and you'll bring your feet out in front of you for a butterfly pose. And sit up and over and just crawl your fingertips forward. And stay here, chin to chest, breathing into your hips. And slowly roll yourself back up. Extend your left leg out and hug your right calf. So you'll bring your outer edge of the right foot into your left elbow crease and then just rock your baby. Try to sit up tall. Opening up that right hip.
You can also do this with both legs crossed, might give you a little more leverage. And then extend that left leg and bring the right outer edge of the foot into the left hip crease. So wedge it in there really nice. Walk your sit bones out from underneath you. If this is too intense, just come to a seated tree. But if you can, try to get that foot in the hip crease so that you can get the full pose, which is that we'll reach our arms up and float up and over that left leg. And then relax your elbows and you'll feel your heel giving you a nice lower abdomen massage. Relax your back of the neck, the shoulders. And then slowly roll up. Bend the left knee in. Place the right sole of the foot on the outer edge of the left thigh and then hug your right knee in with your left arm. Find your length and start to twist towards your right shoulder. Take a counter twist. Beautiful, and then extend that right leg, or you could do it with the knee bent and hug your left foot in, your left calf in, rock the baby. And you could just admire your leg, your foot, give it some love. Nice, and then extend that right foot, you can flex it, bring the outer blade of the left foot into the right hip crease, walk your sit bones out from underneath you. Find your length, and then fold over that right foot. Again, you can always take a seated tree pose. And slowly roll yourself up. Bend that right knee in. Hug your left knee in with your right arm. Find both sit bones plugged into the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, start to deepen your twist. Pass through center, take a counter twist. And then extend both legs open into a V as wide as you'd like. Again, use your hands to walk the fleshy part out from underneath you. And then sweep the back of your right hand down and reach the left arm up over towards the left foot. If you can grab it, if not, just stay here. Try to ground your left sit bone. And then turn your forehead towards the right knee. Giving it a little kiss. And then come up and sweep the back of your left hand underneath you. Reach your right arm up. Ground your right sit bone and just breathe into that whole right side back body. So even in the gentler classes, lots of meridians being worked, lots of energy moving, a lot being done. Crawl your fingertips forward. If you have a block that's nice to rest your forehead, maybe you can splay your whole belly. Maybe you just rest your forearms. It's nice to have the block supported, especially if you're feeling any type of, the head supported, sorry. It's nice to have the head supported, especially if you're feeling any type of anxiety or stress, incessant recurring thoughts. It's normal, but having something to rest your head on is really helpful. Slowly roll yourself up and then come to lie on your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest, rock from side to side. You can grab for opposite elbows or just grab the shins.
Make some circles with your hands on your knees. Use your hands almost like you're rowing and your knees are the oars. So don't use your hips here. Use your hands to circle your legs, and then opposite direction. And then cross your right knee over your left. Maybe hook your ankles as well for full eagle. And then walk your hips over to or scoot your hips rather over to the right. Keep your knees at the height of your belly button. Keep your right shoulder plugged into the mat. Look over to the right and let your knees fall over towards the left for a twist. And then let the knees come back to center. Open up the legs, grab the outer edges of your feet for happy baby. Take a big breath in. And exhale, lion's breath out through the mouth. Make a sound. Empty your lungs completely. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, allow yourself to be ridiculous. And 1 more time. Try to press every drop of air out of your lungs on your exhale. Make as much noise as you'd like. Inhale in. And exhale, lion's breath. Cross your left knee over your right. Scoot your hips over towards the left. Let your knees fall over towards the right. Keep your left shoulder plugged into the mat. Look over your left. At this point, start to slow down your breath. You can even close your eyes. And slowly bring your knees to center. Bring the soles of the feet wide on the edges of the mat. Windshield wiper left and right. We'll finish with a fish pose. Place your palms facing down underneath your butt. Extend your toes towards the front of your mat. Prop yourself up onto your elbows and then lift your sternum and rest the crown of your head on the floor. Inhale in and exhale out through the mouth. Take 3 more smooth inhales and exhales through the nose here. Finishing with this physical reminder to lead from your heart and ground your head. And then slowly lower yourself down, coming into your final resting pose. You can place your legs up on a chair or on the wall. If you have a pillow to place underneath your knees, that's beautiful. Maybe you want to come into a constructive rest with feet wide, knees falling in, 1 hand on the heart, 1 hand on the lower belly. Or maybe you just come into a traditional Shavasana. And when you get there, sigh out through your mouth and just surrender to the tiredness, to the heaviness. Surrender to whatever you're feeling. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. There's no right or wrong way to practice yoga. There's no right or wrong way to be in your body, to be yourself. So just embrace all aspects of yourself and allow this earth underneath you that's holding you up to be like that supportive mother who will love you unconditionally. Just surrender into her embrace right now and breathe. Letting this grounding energy of autumn take over. And just be with yourself. Fine-tune your listening, clearing up the passageway between your heart and your ears.
trusting yourself, loving yourself, appreciating yourself for all you are, knowing that there's always time and space to change and to evolve. So just appreciate wherever you are right now. And just allow yourself to rest. And I'm going to leave you in this Shavasana. Whenever you decide to come out of it, do it with gratitude for yourself, for everything, for this moment and for everything that got you to this moment. And dedicate your practice to the benefit of other living beings, of all living beings everywhere. Knowing that by taking care of yourself, you're taking care of the world. Fine-tuning your relationship with yourself so that you can be what the world needs of you in these times. As chaotic as these times can get, know that you are here on a mission and you are here fully equipped for that mission. So just breathe into it. Thank you so much.